Hello, I'm Sarah Culkin. I'm Deputy Director of Data Science at NHS. One skill that's helped me in my data science career that's often overlooked is the ability to explain an idea or a project or a problem you're having in a very simple and engaging way. This may be when you're working with customers or a non-technical audience to explain the work and its benefit, but equally this is really important when working with other data and technology professionals that you're often working in a multidisciplinary team with to deploy and deliver data science products. So for example, people working on platforms, people working in data engineering. Being able to explain things simply and fundamentally, very important, but equally being able to do it in a way that talks their language or puts it in a common language is really valuable. A particular way that I like to do this is to use an everyday analogy or example. And so some of the analogies that I've used recently are describing working and visiting a restaurant or using an iPhone, things that people do in an everyday way. Most people can understand the concept of that, and drawing those comparisons really helps things come alive and people can understand the project, the idea, or the problem better. My advice for breaking into the data science industry is not particularly a novel one, but it's to have practical examples of the data science work that you have previously done. But underneath that, I wanted to pick apart a few particular things that I think are useful and valuable. Number one, be creative and quite open-minded in the sorts of work that you have done that could be related to a data science. So for example, we have plenty of people working here who have transferred from astrophysics into data science. I myself worked in chemistry and biology, but managed to find those bits of work within it that allowed me to apply for my first role. Underneath that, it's also great to have examples where you have shown three things. Number one, your technical ability and coding for sure. But number two, a genuine interest and enthusiasm for the area. And then number three, an ability to explain work and communicate it in a simple and engaging way. A perfect example of this, and this is just one example, would be a blog post in which you talk about technically the work you've done, maybe link to some code, but you explain how it's interesting and relevant to a particular area. And in doing so, you demonstrate your communication skills. AI is indeed a rapidly evolving field, but I don't think this is any cause for despair on our part. The advice I would give here is that with the rise of AI, there will undoubtedly be a continued need for people to work in data science. To future-proof that, things I would do are, number one, always keep up with the fundamentals. Even with new things emerging, don't always believe the hype. As long as you can have a solid grounding in the fundamental modelling work that goes into data science, and you can explain that is good. And number two, building on that, when you then see new things come out in the press, take a critical approach to this. Really dig into the fundamentals of what's actually happening here. How is this different from what's gone before? And make sure that you can, again, understand the fundamentals and the basics of what's actually happening here.